That's one of the worst things I've ever done in my life.
This week we were trying our hand at van life to find out, is it really as glamorous as it looks online?
That's probably not good. You've seen the dreamy shots, sipping coffee with mountain views, minimalist living, total freedom, but is that actually what it's like?
Now this isn't our first time we've lived out of a vehicle. We actually overlanded through Costa Rica in a tiny 4x4. But let's just say, things got a little wild.
Number 3! Van life seems more comfortable. I mean, real bed, real sink, an actual toilet. But is it as dreamy as everybody makes it out to seem, or is it just another Instagram illusion?
Well, this is the end of the road.
Oh, man. Oh, you ready for this road trip? So we've hopped in the van. We just got a tour from the guy that we rented this from. We are on our way to North Georgia for the weekend. I am actively trying to learn how to drive this thing. It's been a while since I've been in a big vehicle, so I'm going to pass it over to Erin and she's going to fill you in a little bit on where we're going at the moment. But yeah, this is crazy. I could be flipping burgers if my arms were long enough. Everything's in here.
We are just so excited to be trying van life for the very first time. We are on the road now, and I think first stop, we are gonna go to the grocery store so that we can make our very first meal in our new home for the weekend.
Grocery time. All right, we're at Betty's Country Store right now. We're trying to find something that we can cook because we have one skillet and one pot. If you have any recipe ideas that you can think of that I can't, leave them in the comments below in case we do this again. But I think we're gonna go with quesadillas. How's that sound, Erin?
I think it sounds good, but I don't see any cheese or tortillas, which is like the main two things. So
Betty, you know I got no cheese?
Betty, where's your cheese? Oh, should we get some honey? Look at the bees. Whales. When there's whales, best day ever. These are the best things in the world. The haul has been secured. Thank you, Betty. Okay, so now I'm gonna play Tetris to see how I'm gonna get all of our stuff to fit into this compact space. So tune in. Be nice to win that thing.
So we got our groceries put away and we made our way to our first campsite of the night, which brings me to answering probably the most asked question we got when we said we were gonna try van life. Where are you gonna park that big old thing? One of the things that we got asked the most was, where are you gonna sleep? You can't just sleep in a Walmart parking lot, and people think that you're probably gonna sleep on the side of the road. There's a bunch of different options when you're looking for a place to stay the night. You could stay at a Walmart parking lot, you could stay at an RV park, but the option that we kept coming back to is Harvest Host, which brings us to unique destinations where we can park for free as long as you have a membership with Harvest Host. The only thing they ask in return is that you support the business, which works out perfectly because right now we're in a vineyard. Yona Mountain Vineyard, and my arm's being twisted that we have to go buy wine to support this business.
This is our Harvest Host for the night. We are so excited to be here. This is our first night of van life ever, and I think we've chose the perfect spot. We're actually frolicking right now through all the different kinds of grapes. Each one has a sign that shows the different kind of grapes that grow in the different fields. So the one behind me right now is Merlot, but we passed the Chardonnay fields over there. Really, this is truly so special, and we are so excited to be here on our first night of van life. Ready for a van tour? Come on in. So the first thing we're gonna start with is the kitchen. So let's start here. First things first is the stove. It's a gas fire stove. So here are the burners right here. Sink. Up top, we've got our dishes like wine glasses, cups, all important coffee maker, 2 coffee cups. Down below, This is where the propane is housed, and there's a broom in there, like a collapsible broom and some cleaning products. Fridge is here, and then any kind of utensil you might need or miscellaneous, like the lighter, is all going to be housed in. Moving on to the bathroom. So the bathroom actually has this little clip mechanism right here. You slide it, open it. It's got a full shower toilet. The toilet is one of those that you can do either or in, but if you need to, liquids go here, solids go in the back. You just flip the handle based on what you need. Just that easy. It doesn't stink or anything, so very pleased with this. There's little hooks in here. We also keep our dirty clothes in here and extra towels. Next is the living room area. That's what we're calling it. This is a futon. It actually comes out from the wall, so we can take it outside if we want to, and you can actually lay it flat. We're not gonna do that, but you could if you wanted to. This is the EcoFlow. This is our AC. To hook it up, you just attach it to this window right here. Well, I'll show you. And then we got a trash can here. This container right here, this is where we've been putting all of our food. And then this is like miscellaneous stuff, like mic holders, a random bag, stuff like that. And then over here is where all our all-important shades are to keep us cool. And last but certainly not least is gonna be our bedroom. So all the way in the back here, this is the bed. I'll show you how to get into it because there isn't a ladder or anything. You just step up on this thing right here. Step up here. Just that easy. So in the bedroom, we've got little fans right here. These things are lifesavers. There's a skylight, 2 windows on either side. This cabinet right here is where we've been keeping all of the clothes, extra blankets, stuff like that. And then this drawer is actually my favorite drawer here. It tucks up in here, but this is where I've been keeping like Will's glasses. But now we're gonna take it to Will so he can show you the garage.
Welcome to the garage. Back here, you got everything we can need. As you can see, the bed's there. We got all this space under. Backpack, my backpack, basket full of goodies back here. It's our travel bag. We have an outdoor mat, 2 chairs. We have a diesel generator just in case we were to need it. We have a cable to plug up power if we found a place that had power. The guy we rented it from just included it. Probably won't need it this trip. First aid kit in case something happens. Hopefully it doesn't. And then last, we have a water hose. What is the water hose, you ask? The water hose is for the outdoor shower. So if you had privacy, you could have the shower. There's also a few bits and bobs. There's extra propane. There's a whole host of things in there that if you were taking this on a much longer trip than us, then you wouldn't have it. You also have tons of storage. If you want to bring paddleboards, bikes, whatever. We have access to our water tank here, which is a 30-gallon water tank. All the electrical stuff's over here, but that's the garage. And then there's one more thing that we need to show you about this van that might be the coolest part. I'll give it to Erin for that.
We've made it to the best part, which is the rooftop deck. We have 4 solar panels up here for lots of extra power. And then this right here is actually that skylight I was showing you guys from the bedroom, which is super cool. But now we're gonna climb down this ladder, go inside, make some dinner, and enjoy that awesome bottle of wine from this amazing vineyard.
All right, we are making dinner in the van. First things first, we got to turn on the propane, which means that comes on. It might not be cooking. Oh, this is nice and toasty. So we have 1 and a 2. While you let the pan get hot. This is Costa Rican special.
Tell them why it's Costa Rica special.
It's Costa Rica special because this is literally about all we ate the whole time we were in Costa Rica. Because it was easy and it created 0 mess if you tried not to spill the cheese. I might turn the stove on too early.
Plate up
time. It's burnt. Yeah.
That's beautiful. You guys can't smell the burn smell, but you know,
hey.
I'm happy regardless.
Hey. We ain't talking about
Honestly, it's not burnt.
Hold on, I gotta finish cutting that.
That's a good job. 10 out of 10. I'm proud of you.
Is there a right or wrong way to cut avocados? Or have I've just always done it like this?
That's how I do it. Let us know in the comments. Are we cutting avocados wrong?
Yeah. You just take it and spin it all the way around, and then you pop it open
Pop that sucker.
like that, and then you take it and go whap.
Ooh, I don't like that. I don't
And
do
then you
that.
twist, and then that's the pit, and then you have the avocado. And then you take the inside, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you just take your avocado, and then you can squeeze it like this, and it comes out in the chunks that you peeled it in. Is that weird to cut an avocado? I think this is the best way to cut an avocado. Look at that. 0 waste.
Looks like friggin' Taco Bell up in here.
Taco Bell.
Fantastic.
This is a high-end restaurant.
Well, I love Taco Bell. That's the highest praise. That's my favorite place.
Voila.
Chef Winnie.
All right, let's go eat on the roof. What an incredible way to spend tonight. We're on the rooftop of our van. I guess we're gonna call it the blue whale because I don't know what else to call it.
She's the big whale.
We got some burnt quesadillas. Well, I have a burnt quesadilla.
Mine's not burned. Mine's perfect.
And some vino from the vineyard that we were staying at.
What an eventful day, to say the least. I mean, I think that we really were, you know, thrown into the deep end of what van life is. I mean, it is still at least 10 degrees hotter in the car than it is outside.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We
can't
might
get
be
it cold.
sleeping with the windows open.
That's fine. We've got like a creek behind us, some ribbiters. There's a couple deer back there. I don't think you can see them.
We also saw a beaver too. He's very excited about it.
They scurried off.
Before we could get a video of him. But we promise, we swear.
He's in this creek right here. It's
Yeah.
right there.
This is like so pretty. And I love that the field's just like lighting up with like lightning bugs. It's really beautiful here.
It is. This has made all the struggles that we've gone through today. Little struggles, but struggles nonetheless. All the way worth it. More to come. We got more. We got way more nights than this.
We got way more entertainment than just this.
Night, y'all.
Good night. Okay, good morning. We thought we would take a couple moments to reflect how last night went and the things that we might have already messed up and the things that we've learned so far. So, first things first, yesterday we noticed that there was like a beeping sound that kept happening.
It was all day. It
Yeah.
just kept beeping, and more so when we got stopped. You just hear like a beep. Beep, beep.
There's something clearly wrong that we bought a defective van, you know? But it turns out
We're defective.
we're defective. We had the inverter on all day long.
So every time we were driving, it was charging the batteries, and then it was charging everything that was plugged up in there. So there's like a couple of things that are just always plugged in. So whenever the inverter was on, it was just constantly charging those gizmos, which is why we just never could get above like 70-75%.
Yeah, it got down to where it said, I mean, it was probably 11 o'clock at night, and it said we had 2 hours of power left, and we're like, we can't let this AC go out.
So I just turned it off because it kept beeping. And then all of a sudden our battery management system said, you have 3 days of battery. I was like, holy crap. It was the inverter on this whole time.
Just two dummies in the wild.
Yeah, this is our first time ever renting a van. So we've learned today, we're gonna turn the inverter off, and then hopefully we'll be charged up. So like right now, we'll do a little test. Right now we're about 49%. So in theory, if we have the inverter off and we drive around and the sun works,
What do you mean the sun works?
we should have more percentages than yesterday. That's the hope. Because we do have another hour and a half drive today.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be plenty of time to charge it up.
So we both decided that we needed to go ahead and get it over with and take a shower. Like we said, we were having like power problems. He told us how to turn on the hot water, but
We didn't have the power for it.
we don't have the power for it. And honestly, I don't know if we're doing it correctly. So we were like, you know what? We're going to do it. Cold showers. And let me tell you something.
You can just see the clip.
I'm a soldier.
So we're going to finish our breakfast, finish our coffee, and we're going to
Hit the road, Jack.
hit the road, Jack.
Anyway, see you soon.
After Erin put her face on, we spent the day hiking and exploring around one of North Georgia's most famous towns. We will be doing a deep dive in our next video, so subscribe to make sure you don't miss it. But after our full day out and about, and a quick detour to help a turtle cross the road, we made our way to our next spot for the night.
Okay, friends, so we have made it to our second harvest house. This place is called Black Walnut Farms. This is very different than the harvest house that we were at yesterday because this is a private residence. So our host actually lives here. He has an Airbnb downstairs. There's one hookup over there, and we didn't pay for the hookup, so we are boondocking. So we're in the boondocking spot.
That means we're on our own. To give you an update, we got the electricity figured out. We didn't figure it out in time to charge.
It's a learning experience, to say the least. It's a lot more challenging than what people let on.
Yeah, you see people on YouTube and it's like...
It just seems so dreamy, you know?
It's not. We're learning. We just hadn't got there just yet. I'm sure people are just staring at their screens, just being like, you idiots.
What do you mean you didn't know you had to turn off the inverter?
I
I didn't even know what an inverter was.
I didn't know what an inverter was till yesterday, so. Yeah, we're gonna go walk around and then we'll come back for dinner. We took a walk around the farm so Erin could check the temperature of the creek and even found a black walnut on the ground. For those who are paying close attention, you may notice something different about the band.
Sweet, sweet victory. So we just met our harvest host, Reggie, and he is a 12 out of 10 human being. He offered us power. We just kind of shared a little bit about how we were struggling.
If we would have ran the AC tonight, we would have had zero power for the rest of the trip because we couldn't figure out the inverter. So now we have power. We're pulling in like 400 watts and charging the AC and have all the lights on. Batteries are charging. I think we kind of glanced over like how big of an issue this actually was becoming. Yes, we should also preface this that it is around 95 degrees in Georgia right now.
Oh yeah.
And it's probably like 90% humidity.
It's pretty hot.
It's hot.
It's definitely
and
pretty
this,
hot.
it's hotter in here than it is out there at all times. Like this is like a tin can cooking. After another round of quesadillas and a good night's sleep, we woke up to the most beautiful sight that next morning. We had more adventures ahead of us that day, so we had to unplug and hope that the juice Reggie gave us would get us through the rest of our trip.
Good morning. We had the best morning. We were hooked to the power, so we were able to make bagels, actually toasted this time. Had full power, we're able to charge everything. We're actually at 100% now, so we are feeling on top of the world right now. Like everything is turning around. We are about to start a new day. We have a couple of adventures planned before we get to our next harvest host, so we will catch you there.
We had made plans to go on a morning hike in the area, but were abruptly interrupted when we found out that adventures in the van are not as easy as they are in a regular car. I desperately need service. I don't know where I am or how I'm getting there. I'm just driving. Just driving. I feel like the thing's gonna break. I think we went down the wrong road. Maybe, possibly went down the wrong road. I'm looking at the car. And it looks like we're gonna have to back out of this road like 2 miles because it goes on like that for forever and I don't know when it stops. I also don't know if I can actually turn around here because it's very backing up. Like 2 miles backing up? I don't think we're gonna back up 2 miles. I'm gonna do like a 45-point turn. Oh, there's a car behind me. Yeah, van life. Eventually, we were able to find a place to turn around, and we were on with our regularly scheduled adventure day. Okay, so we made it to our last harvest host of the trip. We're at Canoe Vineyards here in North Georgia. It's a family-owned winery that opened a couple of years ago, owned by Kathy and Charles. They've been so gracious, so before we show you around, let's go support the host. We ended up getting a wine flight to help support the host, but the host ended up supporting us a little more than we supported them. They were actually having their annual July 4th celebration, where they had live music and were cooking burgers and dogs and giving them out to everybody that was coming around. It was just another fantastic host experience, and we're so glad that we went with Harvest Host on this trip. After we were wined and dined, Erin and I headed off to the van to begin what was becoming a nightly routine. We were so close, I just forgot the AC. The most important thing before we go to bed is we have to put the AC on. So that's why I'm holding this cardboard and foam piece. Open the window, set this there. So this is the exhaust hose of our EcoFlow air conditioning unit. So the exhaust hose has to go out. There's also this water hose that we had running. So this thing makes condensation. It'll pump out into the shower here, so that way we don't have a water issue. So quick on, and then we want to make sure that we have our temperature set. We're going to do 74. And then we want to put it in either the night or the leaf mode. That way we don't use too much battery. Now that this thing's going, should cool us down and keep us very comfortable tonight. Now let's go to bed.
Good morning. We slept amazing. I think we finally figured out van life. Okay, so we thought we'd get cozy here to tell you our final thoughts about van life. Well, do you think you could van life?
I think that things would have to change. Obviously, so we rented this with Outdoorsy. This is set up to be a vacationer, not so much as a full-timer. It makes sense the way they did it, especially if you're like a newbie and renting it out or whatever, but there's a lot of things that we noticed that we would change. Like this skylight would be a fan. Skylight's super cool. We learned that if we had the skylight, there's 3 or 4 months out of the year that it would be miserable. What would you fix, Erin?
Like what you said, I would put a fan back here. There's a futon in the front and it's not fixed. It moves around a lot, so whenever you go over bumpy roads, it moves back and forth, so that would be taken out. I would replace it with a table because there's not a lot of counter space, so we need to dump stuff off. It needs like, maybe instead of a table, I would do like cabinets that have more of those drawers just to drop stuff in.
After 4 days, we were able to figure out the electrical situation. Last night, breeze. We only used 13% of our battery, and we're charging up the AC again today. So I think we just got off on the wrong foot, but we figured it out. Thank you, Reggie, for resetting us.
He really was the true MVP of this trip. He was a lifesaver. For the main question of this video, is van life as glamorous as it looks online? And
No.
I would say no. No.
I have a newfound respect for all the people on YouTube that permanently or long time live out of their van.
When someone says, oh, I've lived out of my car for a year, you're like, I now am like,
I get it.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
Because everything is just like that much harder.
Everything needs to be put away. Everything needs to be taken care of. Your water and your electricity don't come from anywhere. They have to come from somewhere. And you have to be aware of that.
You're like always thinking about power and water. You know, everything's just a little bit harder. But I mean, it's super fun, but I don't know how people do this for years on end. I mean, maybe you just get a routine to it.
But if this is your first time seeing us, we're Erin and Will. We travel around and do random different adventures around the world, whether it's here in the States or abroad. So if you like this kind of content, like and subscribe, and until next time.
This is the part I've been looking forward to the least, which is emptying out the liquids part of the toilet. So without further ado, here we go. Okay, fine. And then you have to go dump it. Oh no! Oh. There's not a lid to contain it. I'm very worried about this.
The thing is, I think it's been open this whole time.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh my God, I just hit for you.